Oh shit. How you doing, Mittens? What you doing? What you doing? Oh, I thought I'd go live and kind of shoot the shit a little bit, you know. I feel like I can breathe today. I don't know. I don't know, there's something that has just literally come over me today. Actually, the past couple of days. You know what I mean? Hold on just a second. I gotta fix something here. Yeah, yeah. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Um, I've been laying low for a while. I've been laying low, you know, focusing on my life, focusing on the things that matter. Um, Really not paying much negativity any mind whatsoever. Um, Unfortunately, I don't have the time, nor do I have the energy to sit around on this app all day, every day, and argue with bitches on the internet. I just don't have time for it. But I will say, I do feel like there are some better days coming. I do feel like there's going to be some more calmer days coming. I do believe that I'm going to be able to step out into the TikTok world and not feel like I'm being absolutely fucking suffocated. You know? I'm just going to say this, that everybody in your life, right? In your life, things transpire, whether it's good, bad, negative, positive. But I mean everybody. And when I say everybody has a tipping point, has a tipping point. You know. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us on this app that have been through some shit. And also to my mods, if you're in a mod in here, Paroli, hi Paroli, hey, I need you and I need to talk after this live, okay? I want a lot of people to understand that I had to disengage, okay? I had to completely disengage. I had to completely decompress. I had to do it for my own well-being, okay? If I blocked you, if I haven't talked to you, or I haven't responded to you, I need y'all to understand. I don't need y'all to have any hard feelings. Also, like I said, any of my mods that come in here, unless they come in absolutely sideways, or if you know they shouldn't be in here, or they don't ride with me, rock with me, or they're on the opposite side, y'all handle it, okay? Hold on. Paroli, give me 1 second. Here we go. All right. Paroli, I modded you up. So. But yeah, I want to talk about a few things. I want to discuss a few things. I'm tired of people fucking with me, man. I'm tired of people trying to disrupt my life. I'm tired of people disrupting my peace. Okay, thank you, Andy. I have every much right to be on this app to hang out with my friends, to shoot the shit, whatever it may be that I do on this app. I have every much right to be on this damn app than the same as all you bitches on here. Okay? I don't feel like that I'm balls deep in the mess. I don't feel like that I'm going live every day and being negative and arguing about this and that and the third, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying over here? At this motherfucking oil gas station. If you know, you know. I'm giving my man over here jump scares. Yeah, man, I'm just tired of people fucking with me. But I want to address some shit, okay? I really, really, really want to address some shit. Dana, I'm going to address you first. I'm going to address you first because I have to. Now I have you blocked, okay? But I see that you had made a video about a cease and desist. I didn't know whether to... That was kind of like a head scratcher for me. Because this is what I don't understand, right? You want to call a cease and desist. Which, hey, girl, I'm fine. You want to cease fire? Let's cease fire. Shit, I've been trying to cease fire. Okay? I've been trying to cease fire for 2 years. Okay? You have been the individual that has harassed me. You made multiple videos of me. You have gotten in boxes and have lied on me. You have slandered my name. You have tried to destroy my character for almost 2 years. Okay? 2 years. You cannot say that that's not true. You cannot say that that has not happened because I have actual documented proof. Hi, Lady Day. I have actual documented proof of the harassment and the stalking that you have done to me for 2 years. Okay? You were not expecting, hi, Lady Day, you were not expecting for me to find out who you were. But you don't get to sit here on this app and turn around and try to play victim. You doxed and you told a panel and an entire live over 100 people. Hi, Ash. You told over 100 people in a live my current address. I've only lived at this current address for a month, a little over a month. Someone looked it up on Truth Finder. No one gave it out. None of my friends had my address. Nobody. So y'all, whoever it is, okay, you lurked it out. You searched it out and you found my current address. And Dana, you chose to tell an entire lie of my current address. And all my previous names as well. Oh, we're not. Caitlin, we're not doing that. Okay? We're not doing that. Can I have somebody just come up in my panel so I could just use my picture? Can I just have some up here and sit? If y'all don't even want to say nothing, can I just have somebody just come up in here and sit in the panel so I don't have to use my green screen and shit? That'd be fantastic. Oh no, we're not doing that. But I am going to address this because she did make a video of the cease and desist. Okay, so I am going to address this. So not only did you dox my current address, you doxed my previous names over and over again. What I did is I said how it would be a shame if people in your real life, in your everyday life, knew how you acted and how you treated people on the internet. I did nothing different to you in one day, but you have done this to me for 2 years. I got you uncomfortable. You got uncomfortable because I found out who you truly were. So after years of harassment that you have done to me, all because I exposed who you really are, you want to sit here and cry, you want to cease and desist. When I've been telling you for over 2 years to leave me alone. Documented proof of you to leave me alone. You can feel a certain type of way about me, but you had no right. You had no right giving out my personal address. You did that out of malicious intent to put me in harm's way, to potentially put Mike in harm's way and his children. You can sit here and say, well, that wasn't my intent. That wasn't my intent. Why did you give out my current address? Why did you dox it? So you don't get to sit here and tell me and make me out to be the villain, and you don't get to play the victim. You don't get to do that. I was not bothering you. I was not speaking on you. I had not brought you up in months. Dana. You decided to come back onto this app. You decided to go sit with a certain individual, and you decided to hate bomb. That's what you did. You chose to do that. You have poked and poked and poked me. After I have told you multiple times, hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. You went away. You did your own thing. I never brought you up. Didn't even talk about you. So you're deceased, however the fuck you say this shit. Okay? Fizz, do you have blocking powers? Are you modded in here? Fizz, you got blocking powers? Hold on, babe. You should. Oh, shit. No, you don't. Oh, hell. Fizz, you have all powers. You do. You have all powers. Okay? So I'm making this known. I'm making this live known for you, Dana, right? I'm making it known. Okay? I don't want to talk about you. Thug life is great, Dory. Thug life is, the old slick thug life is great. I want to say that Andy has come in clutch by making Mike and I some new photos. They're awesome. They are. They're awesome. I need somebody to come in my box so I can just turn on my picture, because if I use my green screen, it keeps flagging my live for some reason. I don't know. Can y'all just like tippity tap, 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 tap? Need some tappers in here. Hold on, I'm gonna bring her up. Beautiful.
Shit, I'll come up in a box.
Well, seriously, I'm sitting here and I can't stand it, because if you now I gotta turn my thing off. Give me 1 second here, ladies. I I got to figure out how to do. I swear I've done this multiple times. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now now we're cooking. We're cooking with gas. We're cooking.
I thought it was Crisco.
Well, shit. Bitch, I'm hell at this time. I'm cooking with olive oil. I'm trying to eat healthier. Trying to eat healthier. I'm cooking with olive oil. Okay. Cooking with olive oil.
Okay. EVOO. Here we go.
So like I said, I want to address you, Dana. I have your cease, deceased, whatever the hell the thing that you posted, because you're acting like the victim now. Okay, you're acting like the victim. You are not the victim. Okay, you have tormented me. You have harassed me. You have stalked me. You have done You've done the utmost. You've done the most. Honestly, you've done the most. You've gotten in boxes, you get in panels. And what I really, really, really don't understand, Dana, and I really think you need to recant this. You got into a box and you told an entire group of people that I had sexual relations with an underage teenager.
Skirt. Thug Life. Oh, what was that?
So my question is, can you physically prove that? Can you stand before a judge and show actual proof that has happened? Because right there, that is, would that be slander or would that be defamation? What would that be considered under?
That would fall under slander, defamation, and libel. Oh, wait, does she know what libel means?
And I will say that we're gonna scratch an itch, right? We're gonna scratch an itch. There have been people out here that have tried to ruin my character. Y'all have tried to take away my employment. Y'all have put me in danger. You have put me in harm's way. Okay. I will never, ever take away the fact that I did make a certain phone call over a year ago. Okay. Never denied it. But that does not give anyone the right to try to hunt down my employer, to dox my employment, to dox my current address and my last address. That's not, you can't, that's out of malicious intent. That's out of malicious intent. And everything that has been done to me has been documented. Have I talked my shit? Fuck yeah, I have. Have I bantered back and forth? Abso-fucking-lutely. 100%. I have talked my shit. I have ran my mouth up and down, left and right, east to west, you name it. I've done a lot of wraparounds too. But that has given nobody the right to try to find my job, contact my job, encourage people to contact my said job, to have me fired over untruths and lies. Nobody has the right to do that. But unfortunately, with TikTok, certain individuals feel like they can just go run amok on this app. And they can do that to people. You are affecting my life. You are affecting my livelihood, my income. And that is illegal. Pooh Bear 416, I don't know who you are. You've requested a box. I don't know who you are.
So, Slick, the funniest thing is that for years, same people tried to do the same thing to me with my LLC. I've got an anonymous LLC because my state, I'm in one of the 4 states that allow you to have an anonymous LLC.
Okay.
Somebody went on, and it's on my rewatch, they went on their live because I was replaying a Snap phone call about somebody threatening to bust through my door and pew pew me in my own home. It
Oh,
got
wow.
switched from that to I was speaking about children, but the person on the phone call, she was speaking about her own child. But they actually went on to Yelp, where a good friend of mine actually put up an ad, and she ran it. She runs it. They left a good old review and did it online. And they think that that's not over the lines. So yeah, am I known for calling disability fraud department? Yes. Am I known for calling people's probation and parole officers? Yes. Do I do it on TikTok? No. Do I bring it to TikTok? No. Other people do? Yep, because it gets them clout. That's the only reason why they do it, oil slick.
Right.
They do it for
Well,
clout.
well, and
And
here's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I had to move from my previous address because of safety issues. Because that was doxed, not once, but twice. And not only was I doxed, Mike was doxed. Okay. Your feelings about me when people say leave it on TikTok, leave it on TikTok, but this hate bonding shit that y'all are doing because y'all feel like I have done something to somebody that y'all sit with that gives y'all the right to invade my privacy, to invade my private life. Absolutely. Now, also, I will address this, Dana, because this is going to be the only live that I address this, okay? After this live, your name will not be in my chat. Your name will not be allowed in my live. You will never be spoken on my platform. And this is a fair warning. After this live, if anybody brings her name up, or anything else like that, you will be muted. And then if you continue, you will be blocked. Okay. But what I'm going to say this is, no, I did not impersonate a police officer. I did make 2 reports. I did make 2 police reports. My local police officer, my police department was notified. They know of what has been done to me, what has happened to me. Hi, Southern. They know all of this. Now, did my local police department contact a few individuals to tell them to stop? They did. I have never impersonated a police officer. I don't have the time, energy. But what I did do is I did actually call my local police department, because my home, my address, me feeling safe where I live, I felt like was jeopardized, and it was in jeopardy. And I am going to 100% not only protect Mike, his children, but I'm also going to protect myself. Yes, you can go ahead and do that, Lady Day. You can go ahead and put Dana as a block list, as in you can go ahead and 100% put that in the keywords as well. And you can also put her other name in there as well, so people can't come in here and type that. Okay. But see, I'm at my tipping point, and I've reached my tipping point. Okay, enough's enough. I have asked multiple times. I have asked multiple people, and those individuals know who they are. And I have asked them to stop. Now, this is what I'm going to say to the people that follow these content creators. If you are out here hunting or trying to dig up information or hunt information, you probably shouldn't type that in the comments section, because you may feel like you can't be found. You may feel like that you can't be located because you hide behind an account. But I will say this, you can be found. You can be found out who you are, where you live, where you're located, and you can do that legally. And if I feel like, and I do feel like there's an individual that is out here, and it's been proven in the chat because that said individual has written in the chat. They actually wrote in the chat that they gave my address to Dana. And they told Dana to check her messages.
What the fuck? Was that before or after the situation whenever you and I had our 72-hour live?
Girl, do you remember that live?
I fucking do, like
Do
yesterday.
do you remember how absolutely wild that live was?
Holy fuck, it was great. It was funny. It was hilarious.
I will probably say that live. It didn't even. I don't even think the intentions for it to be end up the way that it was. But that live was. Did that happen in 2024?
That was last year.
Was that had to have been early last year?
Yes. Actually, no, it was late last year. It was around September.
No, because this was before all the stuff went down with Mikey and I.
Oh, this was after you and Mikey got divorced. That's right.
Yep. This was before everything had transpired. Yeah, that was a crazy live. Was
because I left the next morning and I moved my daughter 17 fucking hours away.
I remember that. I do.
Yes.
I remember that. That was a wild live.
Yes. We had, hey, you know what? Let's see. I think there was one we had to restart 5 times.
Girl, I don't even remember. I just know that I believe that was before. So when I was doing the whole wedding thing, I still had my main account. And that's the one that I had almost 40,000 followers on.
Yes.
I remember so vividly that I was at work and somebody messaged me and said, "Oh my God, your account is gone." And I was like, "What?" And my account got nannered. And that was my main account. And honestly, it was a blessing in disguise because the majority of my followers, because I had started that account in 2020, the majority of my followers, I don't even think half of them were still on TikTok. And I didn't even know who was following me. And then I went through that whole anti-scam and I remember from 2024 until that account got nannered, I think I gained I want to say like 15,000.
Holy crap.
I think it was like close to 15,000 that I had gained through that. And I never bought followers on that account. I never paid for followers. Those were actually genuine people that followed me. But yeah, when I lost that account, that was a blessing in disguise because I didn't even know who the hell was following me, who I was following. And now, I don't care. I don't care if, like I said, I don't even know how many people I'm following on this account. Yeah, I have 49 followers, 33 following. I'm famous. I really am. I don't even know how I haven't blown up yet. I mean, I should be completely viral. I should be looking at 1.2 million followers.
Now look here, Thug Life. I'm telling you what. I am telling you what. I just got both account strikes removed from my fucking account. I'm in the green, bitch. Let's go.
Well, I just got my live access back. It was yesterday, but I had a lot of things going on yesterday. So I really wasn't. I was gonna go live yesterday, but I was like, nah. But yeah, I figured I would totally address the Dana thing. So here, Dana, I'm gonna say this to you. Keep my name out your mouth. Okay.
Hold on, I just have one question for her. Mm-hmm. I have one question before you don't talk about her anymore. Dana, I have a question.
Okay.
How many vials do you get injected into your lips for the Juvederm?
Not sure.
That's an honest question.
Well, my honest question is this. You are 56 years old. Okay. You seem to have a loving husband and a family and all these other things. So my question is, why do you feel the need to come onto TikTok, hi Forever Grateful, and act and treat people the way that you do? And you claim that you're a said Christian and that you're holding people accountable. I don't know if you've ever listened to a sermon about forgiveness. And I don't know if you've ever listened to a sermon about judging people. Because someday you're going to be judged. Okay. You're not going to be, when you go see those pearly gates, okay, when your time has come and your life on this earth is over, God's not going to ask you questions about me. He's going to ask questions about you and how you lived your life. You know, he's not going to let you through the pearly gates because you held me accountable and you dragged me, and he's not going to applaud you for that. Okay? You cannot sit here and claim that you are a Christian, God-fearing woman and talk about people and do the things that you do to people. You cannot sit there and hold that label and hold that title. And Christians do not obsess over the hate for others. You don't.
Well, that's what you call a fake Christian. That's what you call one of those people that are Bible thumpers to
Yes.
their community. They
Yes.
are fake, fake, fake. My brother and
And
his wife are the same. That is
well,
exactly who
and
they
I
are.
don't know, if it's just some type of bad girl thing that you want to get out of your system, and you don't want anybody in your real life to know that you do. And this is just something for you to just get out of your system, and you want to be a part of the mean girl group or whatever. If you want to be a poser, okay. But you cannot sit here and claim that you are a God-fearing, loving Christian woman that loves God and loves Jesus and do the things that you have to me. You cannot do that. I mean, that you are doing it, but you shouldn't do it. That's blasphemy. You're literally spitting in God's face. Okay,
She's
God,
idolizing the wrong people.
right? You truly are. You're sitting and supporting people that are supporting hate on other people.
And there is there is a Bible, there is a scripture in the Bible, and it says, "Thou shalt not idolize anybody as a god other than me." And watch out for false prophecies or prophets. So she's idolizing all the wrong people for all the wrong people or all the wrong
And the thing
reasons.
is you're riding on a hate train. You're hate bonding when I've not done anything to you. You have done more to me in 2 years. You have for some reason I have been your what is the word?
Arch nemesis.
No, I would say you have been so hyper focused on me, right? And you have spread so many lies on me.
Obsession.
And obsession. And it is an obsession. And it's honestly it's concerning. And I have 2 years of documentation. I have 2 years of documentation. I have video after video of you going into lies or lives and spewing absolute straight lies on me. I mean, you literally got into a live, Dana, and you told an entire chat, an entire live, that I had assault charges from I want to say it was either 1992 or 1994. Do you know at that point in time I was only 12 to 13 years old? And you went into a live and you spewed misinformation that I had assault charges on my record. You literally searched me up. You searched where I live. You've looked up my personal information. You've tried looking up my children. You've tried looking up my ex-husbands. You've tried finding the homes and the states and the addresses that I have lived in. And I have documented proof that you've done that. Text messages don't lie. DMs don't lie. You can come back and say that wasn't me or somebody made that fake receipt. No, they didn't. You did that. And you did that in 2024. You want to sit here and say you want to hold me accountable for A, B, C, and D. I don't owe you anything. I never have. But see, what you need to do is you need to hold yourself accountable, and you need to explain why you lied. You need to explain why you harassed and stalked Josh and Ida, and you hounded them for money that you said that you sent them for a car. You were asked to show proof. You never showed it because you said that you sent the money and it had your real name on it. But you lied about it. And not the one lied for you. You never sent them money, but you were demanding that they send your money back. Why have you never held yourself accountable for that lie? As you're sitting here trying to clock my shit, and you're over here trying to worry about my life when you can't even sweep your own front porch. And you want to fit in so bad that you are willing to lower your own moral compass all to fit in.
Nah, that bitch is broke.
But you
At
do
this
not
point,
right. But she does not get to sit here and cry victim after
no.
she has poked me for 2 years. After you have hunted me down, you've tried to hunt people in my real life down, and all because I found out who you were, and it was all public. There was no Truth Finder. I didn't look you up on Truth Finder. I didn't look you up on any type of, I didn't pay for any service. All your information that I found was on public profile social media platforms that was out there. You just never expected me to actually find it. You have literally sat here and have accused me of cheating on my ex-husband. And here's another thing. If I did cheat on my ex-husband, how was that any of your business? If I have gotten divorced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, how was that your business? How was it your business why my marriage failed? You were out here calling me a cheater, Peter. Can you prove that? Can you prove that I cheated on my ex-husband? Can you prove that? Because you've been spewing that for over what, a year now?
That's fucking diabolical.
Business. My relationship, my private life is none of your business. If I decide to come on here and I decide to talk about it or share certain things, that's on me. But you don't get to come on this app and spew misinformation and spew lies and have other people try to go along with it when you don't know shit. But I will tell you, I know that your butthole puckered up. It puckered up when you knew that I knew exactly who you were. It puckered up when you realized that I knew everything about you. You're right. I do know that your husband owns a business. I do know your husband's work address. Did I ever dox that? Sure didn't. Did I air that out to other people? Sure didn't. But what I did say is it would be ashamed if the people in your real life knew how you were acting on the internet. because your own husband in a post said that you were a God-fearing woman and that you lived for Jesus.
Hallelujah.
But you sit here and you call me a cheater Peter and you do all these things, but you sat with Mikey for months as a married woman. You sat months in another man's box, night after night after night, harassing people. Get him, Mikey, get him. You did that as a married woman. So what is it that you did? You did exactly what you're judging me for. Mike isn't the only male mod that I've had. I've had other men as mods. I've had a plethora of people and as mods. No matter their gender, their race, their color. Okay? But you have slandered my name. You have spewed lies. And then you go and make a whole ass post talking about, leave my family alone. Dana, I've never messed with your family. You've tried to mess with mine. I've never reached out to anybody in your family. I've never reached out to a loved one. But it wasn't a good feeling, was it? It wasn't a good feeling when it happened to you. It wasn't a good feeling knowing that somebody knew who you really were outside of TikTok. So as far as your little cease and desist goes, you need to stop with the victim-like mentality. You need to quit acting like I have done all these things and all these horrible things to you when I haven't. When it's actually quite the opposite. And anybody that's over there rooting you on or cheering you on or saying, poor Dana, I'm so sorry Shannon did this to you. What she did to you was wrong. It's not right. No. What you have done to me has never been right. Because everything that you have done to me, I would never have done to you. Never. And another thing, your friend Skittles, the same Skittles that you sat with Mikey, she's never done the things to me that you've done to me. She has never gone the lengths that you've gone. And her and I have a mutual understanding and a mutual respect now where we don't talk about each other. She's moved on. I've moved on. But you are so hyper-focused on me, and I don't quite understand. You are sitting with people that continue to do some of the most vile, heinous shit on this app. And you support it. I got away from toxic individuals. I wanted to choose a different path. I wanted to choose quality people. I didn't care about quantity. I wanted quality friends. I wanted quality people that weren't out here running amok doing some shady ass shit. I have owned up to everything that I've done wrong on here. I have apologized for it, and I will never apologize for that shit again.
Hell no. No more apology tours from Thug Life. Thug Life is no longer apologizing for shit.
No, I am that train has, well, not train. That ship has sailed, okay? That train has fallen off the tracks, all right?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to sit here and I don't owe anyone on this app an explanation. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you anything that has happened in my life. I don't owe you any receipt, any screenshot, any documentation. I owe you nothing. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to sit on this app and do the things that you've done to me and feel like you're going to get away with it. Okay. So starting today, Dana, you go your way. Okay. You do your thing. Okay. I don't care what it is that you post about, not me. Leave me alone like I have asked you to for over 2 years. You need to find somebody else to hyper focus on. You need somebody to talk about. And the same thing goes with all the individuals that you sit with. Okay. My name was brought up yesterday. And it was something that happened over a year ago. And my name was brought up from another person that I had dealings with, and somebody decided to bring it up in a live. I'm not talking about you. Okay. Okay. I'm not talking about anyone on this app. Okay. I've not mentioned some people. Now, have I mentioned things that people have done to me? Absolutely. But you don't get to sit here and whine and cry because I respond to the shit that you have done or continue to do to me. You don't get to sit here and go, she's obsessed. No, I'm not. I have video proof of certain individuals literally airing out my employment, my address, my phone number, and then telling people to do whatever they want with that. And you also need to know that any time that someone is talking about me or speaking about me or using another third-party person to further harass and stalk me, it's all going to be recorded. All of it. Thank you for pointing that out, Lady Day. I appreciate that because, yeah, that needs to be said. So any other person that wants to wants to get on the hate train and say, oh, well, Shannon and Dana have had a truce and they've decided not to speak on each other. You need to also realize that, Dana, you cannot use a third-party person to continue the said harassment on me. Okay. You can't do it. I think I'm trying to steer clear from names. I'm steering clear from names. But if you have me posted on your page and you're making videos of me on your page when I'm not even sitting at your table, when I'm not even speaking on you, when I'm not even you're not even a fart in the wind in my life. If you're out here posting me and further harassing me, I'm taking action. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name it. But that will be a direct violation of a restraining order. And I'm keeping it at that. And you guys can take what I just said as you will. Okay? I've had enough. I've put up with enough. And unfortunately, I have been pushed to take action. And y'all can sit here and y'all can say, oh, she's full of shit. She's lying. Well, y'all are going to get to hold my beer for about 2 weeks. Y'all are going to get to hold my beer for about 2 weeks. But I think, and I highly advise because I'm sure some certain people already know. I'm sure they do. Or they've been told about it. I highly advise y'all just leave me alone. And I have that in my username. It literally says, "Leave me alone."
Yeah.
Literally.
I know
Dory,
it does.
it's in my name. That's my name. Leave me alone.
I know it. It's like, goddamn.
Leave me alone. I mean, where when I have to even put it in my username? Really?
Well, it's kind of like my bio. Doubt is my product. And people, I guess they don't understand what that means.
Right. Right. I'll never understand it. I also want people to know that in this said order, I'm not supposed to be live streamed. Talked about. You cannot use third party to further harass me. You can't do it. I'm allowed to speak on what people have done to me. I'm allowed to talk about what it has done to me mentally. Do I ever feel like anyone's ever going to pull up at this place or where I live? We all know you're not. Do I ever feel like that you were going to have the balls or the audacity to send me anything or to do anything to me physically? We know that that's not going to happen. But see, you cannot air out my job, my employment, Mike's employment, my address. You cannot do that on social media because you're using that and you're doing it for malicious intent. And if you are even using Truth Finder, right, it does state in the notifications that you cannot use said information for, what was it, Andy? For basically like harmful intent. And you individuals that are using these said things to look people's information up and you're giving it out and you're doxing it, you can be held liable for that. And that can be proven. But I'm at this stage where it's fuck around and find out when you are fucking with my real life and you are jeopardizing my safety, trying to invade in my life. That's it. I know, Andy. I ain't saying no more. You got it.
Andy, I just added you as a friend. I had the most amazing idea that just popped in my fucking head.
Oh, do y'all want to see one of the pictures that Andy made? Hold on. Let me show you.
So look here, ho. If I send you a message and I say Dory is going on a road trip, I'm coming to see your ass. We gonna have a barbecue. You're gonna take me where you work and on that street corner, girl. And Mike's gonna be pulling up to pick us up.
Well, what y'all don't understand is Mike is not one, right? Mike is not one. He doesn't grab a box. He's down in my chat. He's not one to get in a box and trust me. Y'all should be very thankful that this man has the restraint that he does. Because if he were to grab a box and where he were to express his opinions and thoughts on some of you women on this app, he would not hold back, but he has enough respect for me and my platform to have that restraint. And we talk about that shit off the app.
Okay, how about this? Because you know what? How about this? If he wants to express his disgust, he can come say it on my platform. I will open a box. It would be him and I discussing this shit.
Hey, babe, I'm just going to ask you one question. How do you truly feel about all this shit? If you could just wrap it up in one sentence, baby, what would you say about this shit? Mike G speaking, guys. What would you say? What would be the one thing you say about all this shit that people? What would you say about all this shit that these bitches continue to do to me? How would you wrap it up?
How would I wrap it up?
Yeah, what would you say to it if you could just put it all like one sentence? How you truly feel about this shit and what they've done to me?
Well, first they need to slip, trip, and fall on something that has a suction cup on the floor.
Everyone, hold your beer.
I have no words.
Well, you had. Oh, I know you've got words, baby.
I ain't doing that right now.
He says he's not doing that right now.
Well, whenever he is ready, yep, we doing it.
When I said, because he feels a certain type of way about a lot of things, you know.
He can address whatever he wants to address.
He is quite. He does not like people hurting me. Okay, he doesn't. He doesn't like people hurting me. He doesn't like.
And just because I don't want to speak about it doesn't mean I don't have a backbone.
Can you say that out loud, baby? Can you say that to the class?
Just because I'm quiet about it doesn't mean I don't have a backbone.
Exactly.
He just has enough respect for me to know that if he does happen to get in a box and express what he really wants to say, he knows that it would put heat on me, and he doesn't want to do that to me.
And that's a good man. You got you a good man.
Girl, let me tell you something. He holds a lot of restraint. He is the type where he knows where I'm being so affected, and that like he knows that these women have pushed me to the point. He doesn't like me showing my emotion to these bitches on the internet because he does not feel like they deserve to hear my pain and my hurt.
Exactly. I agree with him on that. Absolutely.
You know, he just
You can break down afterwards, but nope.
Yep.
You keep your composure and you can sit there and be politely fucking rude.
Right.
Hurt their feelings, and they don't even know you're hurting their feelings and their pride, and you're giving them the business. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, you're calm, cool, collective. You get offline, you're like, holy fuck, oh my God, what did that just happen?
You know how many times this man has blown my shit up? Or I have been alive losing my shit, and this man is literally either texting me or he's calling me, and he's like, log the fuck off now, ma'am. I love you, but if you don't get off this said damn internet, I'm shutting your shit off. Okay. All right. I mean, he knows me, and he knows that, like, there are certain things that are going to make me, or that are going to set me off. That's going to get me out of character. And that's going to get me, slipping and saying shit that I'm going to regret. You know what I mean?
Yep. And we ain't going on no more motherfucking apology tours.
No, listen, I'm at this point now. I have said I've said it. I have stated it out loud.
I said it, move on. I did it, move on.
Right. And you need to remove the videos. And Violet, you need to remove your videos. You literally just made a video of me. Hold on. I want everyone to show. I just want to show right now. Okay. Just right now. Give me 1 second here. I got to pull it up. This is the type of stuff that Violet is doing to me. Okay. Now, have I posted from time to time back in the day? Have I made a meme of her? Yeah. Have I said things to Violet? Yes, I have. Have I done it recently? No. Have I stopped? Have I posted about her? No. But Violet's page, 90% of Violet's page is of me. And I will say this, and Lady Day, you're right. The next person that's going to be getting said order will be her. And I'm asking, and this is your opportunity to make a decision. Okay? Is it worth is your continued harassment, is your continued, doing the things that you continue to do and speaking on me, is it worth having to go the legal route? Holy shit, babe. That's a sharp line. I wouldn't do that to you, though. But honestly, Violet, I'm giving you an opportunity. I'm giving you an opportunity to make a decision. And I feel like deep down you know what's happening in the background. I feel like you already know. But I'm giving you the opportunity to take your shit down. This is me telling you to stop. This is me telling you that I'm over it. Okay? I've never doxed you. I've never given out your personal information. I've never given out your address. I've never, shared anything of your family life. I've never plastered that on my platform. Okay? But I will say this, that I do have the necessary information that I need in order to take the next steps. Who's coming up? Who's that? Oh, I think that was an accidental click to come up in the box. So I'm coming on here to address it. You need to take your videos down. You need to leave me alone. You guys need to move on. You need to move on to a new subject, new topic. You need to find whatever joy that you have in your life. You need to focus on that. You talked about how you became a phlebotomist and, you want to find a job and doing that and start your career in that. Focus on that. Focus on the good things that you have in your life. But your continued harassing and doing the things that you're posting about me, about my dog, okay? And to you individuals that have these photos of my Miley, okay? You individuals that are misspewing information about my baby that I loved, it's wrong. And you're only doing it to try to tear me down, but you will never ever take away the love I had for that baby girl. Okay? So, Violet, please take your videos down. Stop harassing me. Stop speaking on me. Leave me alone. And this is me saying it on my platform, that this is my formal vocal cease and desist to you. And now moving forward, if you want to continue to have the videos, repost videos, continue what you're doing on your platform, which it's all documented, your whole entire page, every video you have posted, every live that you've gotten in a box that you've spoken negatively on me about, and all those other things. I'm going to have to make a decision whether or not I have to move forward legally with you as well. You're a grown adult. You're in your 30s. Okay. I think it's time that you just focus on your life. Go hang out with your friends. Go shoot the shit. Y'all go talk about how your day went. Go talk about the things that you want to do in the future. Leave me alone. And it is going to be a very hard time for you to get a job if you have harassment charges on your record. Okay? And like I said, y'all can sit around here and say, hey, Shannon's full of shit. She's lying. She ain't going to do shit. Well, I'm just telling y'all, there's certain things that have already been set in motion. I'm not going to speak about it on it right now, but I'm just telling you that I'm just going to keep going down the line. Okay? And it's really, really sad that people have to go the legal route and you have to go the legal way to have somebody stop harassing you and stalking you and putting you in danger and harm's way. And I don't understand why some of you adults just don't get that. I have literally sat back in the background and I have watched so many of you women go live after live after live, jump into box after box after box. And it is just a repeated cycle going from one live to the next to keep shit going. I have advice, right? I have some advice for some individuals. Holly Mae, Ratina, your group of friends. Ignore them. Stop addressing what people are saying about you. Ignore them. Stop feeling like you have to respond to every negative thing that's being said about you. You know who you are. You know who you are as a person. Stop feeding in to what these people are saying about you. Okay? Same thing with Smash, Virgo, Ranger, that group of people. Stop. It's every day. It's every night. It's all week. I don't understand how there's just a group of people that says, you know what? You fuck with me, I fuck with you. Same thing with the other group. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. Let's find some different content. Let's find something else to move on from. I literally just watched a video, and I'm not going to say this person's name. I just watched a video of a woman telling another woman she hopes she drinks herself to death. Now, I have a quick question. If I were to come on my platform and I were to say that I hope the person that I don't like drinks themselves to death, or if I hope that that person takes their life, I would get dragged for months. I would get dragged for days. So how is it acceptable for y'all to sit there and talk about mental health and how you care about mental health and you care about recovery and you care about a person's well-being? How is it acceptable for one of y'all's friends to sit in a box on a live and literally say out loud she hopes that another woman drinks herself to death? I don't care about a lot of people on this app. There's a lot of people that I have, mixed feelings about, or not so good feelings, but I would never wish for someone's life to no longer be here because I feel a certain type of way.
That seems to be happening a lot on here.
Right. And I have a quick question. Now, the person that, that this person had said this about, let's say that individual has an absolute mental breakdown and she gets to the point where she feels like she's at her lowest. And let's say that she does accidentally drink herself, no longer here on this earth. How are you going to feel about that? Is that going to make you feel good about yourself? Would you go live and celebrate that if that happened? Would all the people that corral around you and support you, would y'all celebrate that?
No, they would play the poor woe is me and feel sorry for me. I lost a good friend. Play the part.
Or I wish I wouldn't have said that, or, I regret saying that.
Yep.
Or, I was just mad, or I was in a psychotic break. Like I said, the banter back and forth, okay, cool. There's a lot of the banter back and forth. But to actually say to another woman, I hope that you drink yourself to death, is not okay. It's not. If you're out here posting other people's children for malicious intent, if you're out here showing all of these screenshots and all of these messages with people that used to be your friend, I don't know about y'all, but listen. Let's say Andy and I want to do a scenario. Let's say Andy and I have a huge falling out, right? And let's say that I say, F Andy, I'm going to show every message that her and I have sent, and I'm going to just expose everything about Andy. All because I'm mad. All because I want to lick back. Would it not make my other friends question, well, damn, if Shannon gets mad at me, would she do this to me too? Does it not make y'all, does that ever make y'all wonder when you see all these women doing this to their so-called friends and then they have a falling out? Does that make you wonder, well, damn, if I have a falling out with her, is she going to do the same thing with me?
And that's the way it happens too.
I mean, honestly, like it would make me think, like, let's say Andy did that to Lady Day. And let's say Andy and Lady Day had a falling out and Andy aired out everything about Lady Day. It would make me question, well, damn, Andy, if you and I get in an argument or fight, are you going to do the same shit to me? Because at one point in time, you and Lady Day, let's say, were friends, and now because you're mad at her, you're going to expose everything about her. Like, that would make me question whether or not you would do it to me. And this is what a lot of you women are doing on this app. Hold on. I gotta change my picture. I can't. And by the way, Violet has called me, I guess I'm a fupasaur because I'm fat and I have a fupa. I guess I'm a fupasaurus. I guess.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
You know? I mean, hey, but like I said, when things happen to you and things are done to you, you want to sit around and be upset about it and talk about it, but you're out here doing that to other people, and you're doing it to me. I wouldn't be surprised, and like I said, people are watching. There are people that I would like, everyone to know. Do I have 300 people in my room right now? No, I don't. Do I want 300 people in my room? No, I don't. Are there going to be people that are going to watch this live or see this live? Yeah. I don't care about the numbers, y'all. I don't care about the clout. I want to come on this app. I want to be able to shoot the shit, laugh about things, laugh about random things, talk about, everyday real life shit, and not have to worry about whether or not I'm going to have somebody send me a screenshot saying, Shannon, they have a picture of you on the green screen looking like a fat fupa. And they're all in that live laughing at you. And that's what some of y'all are doing. Have I done some shit? Have I pulled up people's pictures and have I ran my mouth? Yeah, but I'm not doing that. And I don't want to do it anymore. I want to move past all this shit. And because y'all can't get to me, y'all know that if you dox me or give out my information, y'all are wanting to trigger me. Y'all are wanting me to crash out. Y'all are wanting me to respond to the vile, fucked up shit that y'all keep doing to me. And then y'all sit around and laugh, and then y'all say, oh, well, Shannon's obsessed. She's obsessed with you. How am I obsessed with you when I'm asking you to stop and leave me alone? How can you guys be upset with me when I respond to the nasty shit that y'all continue to do to me? And that's what's happening. And that is what I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to stay away from names, but you guys can kind of read between the lines and know what I'm talking about. But that's when it came with Miley. It was nobody's business what happened to her. It was nobody's business why I wasn't posting her. It was nobody's business why she wasn't in my lives or y'all didn't hear her. But y'all chose to make pictures of my dog. And y'all chose to put justice for Miley because y'all wanted to know so badly what had happened to her. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it. But y'all have taken the loss, my grief, and y'all have made fun of me. There are individuals out here that are saying, oh, well, she's a bad dog mom, or she didn't care about that dog. She didn't vaccinate that dog. I did everything for that dog. I spent over $1,000, drove almost 8 hours one way for that sweet girl. And you guys took the loss that I had that I didn't even want to talk about. I didn't come on here and make up a lie and say something that wasn't true. No. What I did is I asked Andy, could you please make me some AI videos of Miley so I could post it so they would just stop? But no. See, y'all said, well, why didn't she just come on here and tell everybody what had happened? You weren't owed that. Because now that you guys know that she's no longer here, and you guys have spread the misinformation of her dog died because she left her in diapers and got an infection. Her dog died because it got parvo. Her dog died because she didn't vaccinate it. And y'all have sat here and spewed misinformation, and y'all have posted my dog. Y'all have held lives and spoke about my loss of my animal, and y'all have made content. You've made content. She had an intestinal infection. She went septic, and unfortunately, she didn't make it. She didn't pass from parvo. I never said she had parvo. And the only people that knew what had truly happened were the ladies that I talked to every day. That's it. It was the only people that knew. And when I video called, or when Smash video called me when she was in a live, because people were so damn nosy and wanted to know so damn bad, well, we want to see proof of the dog. No, when I video chatted Smash, I said, Smash, I don't want to talk about it. But she's not here anymore. Please don't say anything. I didn't ask Smash to lie for me. She could have gone live and she could have told everybody, nope, I didn't see a dog. She said she didn't want to talk about it. I didn't ask Smash to lie for me. But you guys have taken her word as bond and you believed her. I didn't lie. I didn't go live and lie about it. I wanted people to not talk about it because I wasn't ready. But now, unfortunately, I'm having to speak about it because people have spread misinformation. And anybody that knows me and knows that when I got divorced, that my dogs were my world. But when you get divorced, you know, you got to separate things. And I didn't want to separate my dogs. And I wanted them to all stay together, and I couldn't take all three. And my ex-husband has them. They're very much loved and cared for. I still get updates on how they're doing. But you guys literally took my dog, you took my Miley, and you have made her death your content, and you've spewed misinformation, and you have absolutely have made me have to relive a tragic part of my life that I'm still not over yet. But I've been forced to talk about it because I'm not going to allow you guys to sit here and spread misinformation.
That's wrong on their parts because, I mean, you're still fucking grieving.
And here's, if I would have went live, right? If I say I would have went live and I would have started crying and I would have just lost it and said that Miley passed away and I would have said it, they would have still taken that and they would have still said, oh, she did something to that dog. She hurt that dog. She's lying. She's not telling the truth. She gave that dog away. She rehomed the dog.
Yeah, they always find some way to flip, swip, and just turn shit. It's nuts.
And it was really, and I just told Andy, I was like, I want to just post a picture as if Miley Ray is sitting in my living room because I want them to shut up. I didn't owe anybody on this app anything. But because of misinformation and lies, and because people just can't be honest and tell the truth, y'all want to spin it and turn it as if it was my fault. But like I said, I can't control what other people do. I can't control what other people say and all the lies and the narratives and all this other thing. I mean, I didn't owe anyone on this app. And the only people that, like I said, that needed to know what truly happened knew. And to anybody else that, asked me about her, I'm sorry, but I wasn't ready to talk about it. And if that bothers you, that's a you problem. But until something like that happens to you and, hello, so there's a lot of people on this app that don't like me or hate me, and they're going to take anything that I go through in my life and they're going to mock it and make fun of it.
Whatever they can use to make it hurt worse.
Oh, well, they will use anything. If I ever talk about things that happen, which I don't, I don't tell nothing no more. And sometimes I tell things that aren't even true just so that y'all will believe them. Just like when I said, now I want you to listen, Dory, listen to this shit. Mike was getting ready to leave. And I said, babe, have fun at the Wiener Dog Convention. Do you know that there were individuals that were actually looking up if there were wiener dog conventions in Wisconsin?
Oh my fucking
And then they were
God.
like, how could she go to a wiener dog convention after she just lost Miley? How could she go to a wiener dog convention? I just said that. And you guys took that and y'all believed it and y'all were searching up whether or not there was a wiener dog convention.
Oh my God, that is fucking diabolical.
How could she go to a wiener dog convention when she just lost her job? You know, how could she go and want another wiener dog? Hey, I just want y'all to know that if you've never had a wiener dog, you will never understand the amount of work that it takes. They are stage 10 clingers. Potty training them is a bitch. They are your shadow. Where you go, they go. You can't even go shit or piss without your wiener dog following you.
Forget a shower. Forget a
Listen,
shower.
Mike has never experienced a wiener dog. Okay, Mike had never had a wiener dog breed, and I will tell you that. Did he love Miley Ray? Absolutely. Did she drive him up the walls sometimes? Fuck yes. But he loved that dog.
Right.
And he knew how much she meant to me because I love wiener dogs. They're a lot of work, but I love how sweet and loving they are, and they're great. Do we want another dog later down the road? Yeah, we do. Have we decided maybe it's in our best interest for us to get a dog that is compatible for both of us? Yeah. And we're thinking about getting a bigger dog. We really would love to have. What did you say, babe? Was it a Doberman? Yeah, but we're kind of thinking something that's easy trainable. It's going to be a little bit more easier maintenance. I don't know if y'all have any recommendations of larger dogs that would be good to easily trained. We're looking for a dog maybe at like a 50, 60 weight limit. If there's any recommendation or dog breeds, and like I said, we're not going to get one anytime soon, later on down the road, because I love animals. I love dogs. I love pets. I'm not a cat person. Okay. If you have a cat, that's awesome. That's great. And Claus, thank you for the heart me. I'm sorry, honey. I just now saw that. Cats are beautiful animals. I'm just not a cat person. Mittens, me and Mike would love to have a pit bull, honestly, because that's what Sadie Grace was a pit bull. I'm telling y'all right now that if we could have a pit bull, we would. I think pit bulls are totally misunderstood dogs. I do not think it's the breed. I have always said it's the owner. It is how you raise them. It's how you train them. They get a bad name and a bad rap. Hi, Mimi. Because people have, they have used that type of breed for not so good things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to see if I can find the picture. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find the photo. Oh, there's the Fupasaur. Sorry. The damn Fupasaur.
God damn it. Fucking jump scare. Shit.
Literally, y'all, this is one of my favorite pictures of Miley. This was literally the day we brought her home. We drove all the way to Michigan to get this girl. She was roughly barely 3 pounds when we got her. We drove, what was it, babe? 14 hours round trip? A 14-hour round trip to go pick up this baby. And she was the absolute sweetest. but yeah, she was a mess. She was all personality, go go go. Um, you
Little
know,
thieves.
and then hold on, I'm gonna show. Give me 1 second.
Mimi, I've got 2 Jack Russell Terriers, full-blooded, registered, papered, award show winning parents for their bloodlines. And then I've got a Jack Russell weenie dog mix.
This is this
Oh.
that was her around Christmas last year. Um, oh, let me tell y'all something. That bed skirt around that tree. Uh, the my bottom. What? Oh yeah, that's my $500 tree. Because everyone. Because I had made a statement about buying Christmas stuff and bought a tree, and the little tree the $500 tree that everybody went around saying that's not a $500 tree. No, it was not a $500 tree. It was not. But yeah, that bed skirt did not have a chance. It did not have a chance.
For Gizzy, for her first Christmas, she had Christmas photos, her first Christmas. And her little dress and lit up, and she fit in a radio flyer wagon.
Uh-huh.
And she got her Christmas photos taken at the radio station while I was at work. Right there, right in front of the Christmas tree. It was so cute. But yeah, Mimi, I'm telling you what, they definitely, my Jacks are, they don't know that they're dogs until it's time to like take action. Then the hunting instinct kicks in. Oh, yeah. My brother had a Mastiff. I think her name was Zena. And oh my gosh. Well, Mimi, all three of the dogs, they had to get rattlesnake shots. And I was outside. I had my pin with me, and I was reclining in my sun chair, and the dogs were running back and forth. No big deal. And about that time, I heard a rattle. I had a fucking rattlesnake in my backyard. And before they got a chance to get nosy, I got him inside, called the police department to come and remove it while I had a panic attack. Oh,
Yeah,
the
that was
babies.
yeah, that was Cooper Dan, Sadie Grace, and that was Marley Dean. So we had gotten Sadie Grace in 2017, and then Cooper Dan we got in 2020, and then Marley Dean. Marley Dean was my. We got Marley Dean a couple of months after my dad passed away. Um, and I will tell you, this trio right here, when I tell you they are 3 peas in a pod, Sadie Grace is addicted to Cooper. Cooper Dan's addicted to Sadie. Marley Dean is super attached to Cooper Dan. And, when I went through my divorce and stuff, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring it to myself to separate them.
Yeah.
But those were my babies, and they still are my babies. Um, Sadie Grace, she'll be 10 next year, and she's just now kind of getting a little bit of arthritis and stuff. So my ex has gotten her on a regimen for her, arthritis and stuff. But I'm gonna tell y'all, these 3 right here, they were my world. Um, and they would have absolutely loved the shit out of Miley.
Oh, you know they would. Oh my God. Mike would. Oh my God. He'd be like camping out in the garage or pitching a tent somewhere, going fishing.
This picture here was, this is when we brought, this is when I brought Dean. Yeah, Marley Dean was, yeah, this baby right here, this bad boy right here, he was 1,400. I paid $1,400 for this little thing right here.
Ain't it amazing of what we spend on our animals? Let's see. I think for Charlie, the full-blooded JRT, we spent 1,500 for her and drove to Emmett, Idaho to pick her up. And then I spent $1,000. Oh my God. If that isn't a fucking dog pile, I don't know what is.
You know, and what's funny is that I actually worked at home at that time, and I had, my office was in my room, and this is where they camped out. They did. They camped out on our king size bed, and yeah. And then Cooper Dan is more of a standard size, long hair, and then Marley Dean was miniature, and then Sadie Grace.
Give them time, Mimi. That'll be an option before long.
But see, and this is literally how close these dogs were. Um, they they slept on top of each other, literally.
Oh my God, that is cuteness overload.
I'm telling you. And it was just, this is like, if one went on the couch, they all went on the couch. You know, they were always just. One right here is my all-time favorite of Cooper Dan. This is my. Um, I want to get this. I want to get Cooper tattooed on me.
You could actually send that in and get a custom diamond painting made with
So,
his photo.
right, like, they may
That is
not
a very good photo.
like, they may not like physically be with me, but they'll always be my babies.
Yeah. That is a very good photo. I wish I could get my fuckers to sit so pretty for a photo. I got to catch them off guard. Literally. Gizzy could be sleeping, and about that time, I want to take a photo because she did something stupid while she was sleeping, like a pose, and she'll flip over and look at me when it's like she can sense I picked up my phone. Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is another one. Um, yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that look. Like, really?
I'm telling you, like, Sadie Grace was the chill, like, you know, just because she was older, so she was like so mellowed out. And then Cooper, I can describe Cooper as like an old grumpy man. He loved who he loved, and if you were not his person, you could literally F all the way off. And then you have Marley Dean Jackson, and yes, all my dogs have always had human names. Um, Marley Dean Jackson wanted to be everybody's best friend. Always.
My dogs in my vehicles, um, they got human names.
I always said that Marley Dean looked like a mini golden retriever.
Oh my, yeah, look at that.
And I will say, if you ever own a long hair wiener dog, grooming is an absolute must. Like, literally, you have to brush their hair out like 2, 3 times a week. Um, but yeah, he is what I would call like it. I would say, honey, I shrunk a golden retriever. And I would say these are my favorite of se-
Oh my goodness.
so I don't ever want anybody to tell me that I'm a bad dog mom.
No. I just look at, well, if somebody tries to tell me I'm a bad dog mom, I got to look at them and laugh. Okay. And that's what I say to them.
And
Because,
Cooper Dan, I spent more on Cooper Dan than all. Like, Cooper Dan was the most expensive. I got Cooper Dan and Marley Dean from the same breeder, and Cooper Dan cost me $16.50. Worth every penny. But I will tell you that my breeder alone, I had to actually give like I actually had to buy specific food in my contract with Marley and Cooper for the first year. But I mean, I'm telling you, anybody, when you invest in a dog, I don't care if you get one or you adopt one or get one at a shelter or whatever, you know, my dogs have always been family, you know. Um, but yeah, these three, these will be my trio.
oh, yes. Yeah. See, my fur babies, they literally are family. They get grounded like kids. They get toys taken from them. For if they get in trouble, they get grounded. They get their treats. They get their dog food. I mean,
This was Sadie Grace when she was a puppy grown.
oh my gosh, that face.
Yeah, that was Sadie Grace when she was about 8.5 weeks.
Oh, that sweet, innocent look. Like, oh, I'm gonna make you wrapped around my little bitty nail.
Well, I loved her eyes because her eyes were just like, to me, they're like pure hazel. Like, they have that
Oh,
brown, that green.
yep.
Hmm. This is another one of my favorites of her. Love that one of her.
Oh,
I'm telling you, if you've never owned a pit bull in your life and you're able to own a pit bull, I'm telling you, they are the most loving, loyal dogs ever. Super smart, easy to train. Um,
hard headed as fuck.
yes, and I'm telling you, if they want a rough house, they'll kick your ass.
Absolutely. There will be bruises.
Here, this was when she was a. This was when Sadie Grace. She was a straight beast.
Oh, that's the look of like, hello.
She had the prettiest coat, and like, I mean, literally, have y'all ever seen a dog with a 4-pack on her chest?
Mm-mm.
She literally
No.
looked like she did sit-ups every day.
She did while you were sleeping.
I'm telling you, she literally looked like. This one is when she was. So she was 8 weeks, 6 months, and 4 years old. In that one.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Hey, cat. Hey, girl. This was when I brought Cooper Dan home. Very first picture I ever took of him.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling y'all that when I got him home, when I literally say he was literally a grumpy old man. And he was with me, like, I got him right at the start of COVID, like, because COVID started, what, March 2020?
Yeah.
And I got him a few months when COVID, and I was at home for 6 months, like, strictly just with him. And when I tell you, I feel like he ended up the way he did because of me.
Probably.
Oh yeah, because he was only around Wes and I, and so, and then Sadie Grace. But oh yeah, this was when I introduced Sadie Grace to Cooper. This was their very first day meeting. Oh yeah, yeah. And then the very first day that no, it was what, the third day. So you know how dogs can have their dew claws, and sometimes they get them removed.
Yeah.
Well, we had Cooper Dan. We had him for 3 days. Well, Sadie Grace and Cooper were playing on the couch. Well, Sadie Grace nudged Cooper with her nose. Well, when Cooper fell off, I heard him yelp, and I was like, of course, look Cooper Dan over, and I didn't see anything. Well, then, like a week later, I see Cooper Dan licking his like back paw. And I'm like, girl, I looked down. Tell me why that dew claw was barely hanging on.
Oh shit.
Yes. So I had to take Cooper Dan to the vet and have his dew claw removed because when he fell off of that couch, I guess it bent a certain way. Mhm. Yeah, so he had a floppy dew claw. Yeah, yeah. So I was definitely say if you do get a puppy, and their dew claws, it is beneficial to remove the dew claws because they really don't hold a purpose, and they can also easily get fractured. So yeah,
I actually asked the dog's vet, I said, how come you cannot declaw a dog like you can a cat? He said, well, it would actually unalive the dog because it's their nails are part of their bones in their feet. And I was like, that's
yeah,
wild.
right. And that's cats because some people, you know, they get they have their cat's claws removed, and I've heard that it's actually very cruel to do that. And they have, like, it's very painful. But I mean, I feel like cats, they need their claws, you know?
Oh yes. Yeah. I I've become a firm believer in that.
This was Miss Miley Ray. Yeah, that was her right before we got her.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Yep.
That face. I miss the puppy faces.
Yeah, but in that picture, she looked, I was like, I was like, oh, she's probably going to be about 4 pounds. No, when we went and got her, she was the runt of the litter, and uh, she literally was, what was it, babe? What, 2.6 pounds when we took her to her first vet visit? And, oh yeah, she was super, super tiny. So, super tiny. And, and at one point in time, we actually thought about putting a cat veil on her because she was so tiny, she'd run underneath her feet. And, you couldn't, she was so fast, you couldn't see her,
Right.
you know? And you're right, Jojo. When they're declawed and stuff, and if they get out, they can't defend themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, see that's how Gizzy is cuz her fur is black, and if she gets in the hallway, I'll trip over her. And so she knows that I know that where she's at, she'll either lick my heel or she'll lick my elbow like I'm right here.
Like, this was the day we brought her home. Like, that picture that I showed y'all to now, I mean, look how tiny she is.
Yeah. It's amazing to see. I've got more pictures of my dogs than I do of my child. But I also go back and I'll go through and look at their baby pictures until like when I got them until now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yep, that was her a couple of days when she was there, when we brought her home. I mean, that just shows y'all how tiny she was.
Oh, she
She
was
really
inky
was.
dinky.
Yeah, she was. So, I just, like I said, nobody can ever say that I'm a bad dog mom or I didn't love my fur babies. And anyone out here posting Miley or spreading misinformation that I didn't love this sweet girl, y'all can absolutely kiss my ass. So, but yeah, that's kind of the memory lane of my fur babies. You know, uh, I'm a dog person, always have been. If you're a cat person, kudos to you. Like, if you have multi cats and cats are your niche, like, hey, I'm all for it. And I've owned a kitten. I actually told Kat about the little kitten story, Sarah. And I had Sarah for a few days, and I learned very quickly that a kitten was not meant for me. You said,
Yeah.
do you want me to send you the videos I've made of her? Yeah, you can send them, Lady Day.
Yeah, I had a new gal. She contacted me for cleaning, and showed up. We went over what she was looking for, like cleaning wise, and about that time I pulled up and I was like, oh, okay, well, it's not a bad looking, it's not as big as what she thinks it is, or anything like that. Well, I walk inside, she picks up stray cats and she takes them to the vet. She gets them vaccinated. They all got kennels that they sleep in or go jump in to eat. and it's a double wide trailer, and she's got like 32 cats. And she's got the litter robots, like the huge ones, but you never see the litter boxes.
Yeah.
You see the cats, and I'm highly allergic to cats. And I don't know what in the world, you couldn't smell that she had cats. You couldn't, and I had no problems. And I was like, oh my gosh. She gives them a bath like every other day. And so I was like, holy cow. It's like, that is wild. She goes, I bet you were coming up here thinking you were going to walk into a cat lady's house with like 80 cats and it just reeks. And I said, I thought I did. I honestly, I didn't know what to think, but yeah.
So yeah, here's an AI picture that Andy made of Miley.
Oh my God, that is so friggin' cute.
So like, if y'all actually have a picture of Miley on your page that says "Justice for Miley," could you just take it down? That's all I ask. She's not yours to talk about. She's not yours to share. Um, you know, that's all I ask. And if you're a human decent, if you're a human, decent human being, you would do that. That's all I ask. You know. And if you can't, it says more about you and more about your character and more about who you are as a person. And if that's something that you think that's funny or you think know things, it says a lot more about you than it'll ever say about me. So I'm just asking that you individuals remove your videos, move on. That's it.
Well, I have a haha funny. Are you ready for this one?
Ha ha funny. Let's go.
Okay. So I got approved for a sample at the TikTok shop.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Because I just went through and I was just like, okay, yeah, select sample, blah, blah, blah. I was like, holy damn. I got approved for a sample. I was like, there was like 80 of them and I got approved for one. That, hey, there you go. I looked at it a little bit more intensively. Tell me how in the fucking hell, and I'm saying it just like that because it's for prophylactics. How the fuck am I going to write a script without um I don't got an eggplant. I don't Me personally, I don't have an eggplant. My husband has one. I can't particularly tell him to flop his eggplant out just so I could give a sexual education on how to apply a prophylactic to a banana.
Not the banana.
I can't. How the fuck am I going to do that? They better, you know what? AI better not do me dirty. AI script writing better not do me dirty. That's all I got to tell him. Please, hallelujah, what Jesus has done for me. Motherfucker, don't let me down.
You free spirited. It says, use a banana.
If you decide to go out into a rainstorm, have the banana walking along the coffee table. Oh no, it's raining outside. We need to put on our protection.
Oh, Lady Day, I just saw that video.
Where are you?
God. Lady Day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Lady Day just made me a video.
Oh my gosh, that kind of looks like one of the like a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cute, Lady Day.
Yeah. I'll post it after this live, Lady Day.
Oh my gosh.
And y'all are gonna have to hear me smack on this popsicle because my mouth is dry.
That's okay. I've been over here munching on my fucking apple turnover, my mini apple turnovers. But no, for real. How the fuck am I gonna? They picked the wrong person to do their prophylactic collaboration with. I mean, I come across this I come across something on the FYP, and it was a lady that makes weird things. Mm-hmm. It looks like an octopus, but it is the top part of the octopus. On the 8 tentacles were male appendages with very detailed veiny outlines for the tentacles.
Oh, veiny.
And then for the body of the octopus, it had the head of the male appendage and the layers of the woman's onion.
Oh, hell.
And I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Gizzy licked the fucking screen and dropped me in there, and I was like, fuck. The comment section the comments was not disappointing at all. Not at all. Someone said, is that a mold? And she goes, yeah, it's a mold. I'm going to make it into silicone so I can market it and sell it to the adult superstores. Now you tell me. An octopus has 8 tentacles. Plus you got the bigger part, the body.
Mm-hmm.
What holes is all those going in?
At your own risk holes.
That's a you went to maybe I need to send her a message. It's a you went to at your own risk.
Right.
Oh my god. But oh my god, that would be perfect. That would be perfect for the prophylactic commercial. Oh my god.
Prophylactic.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. That's
well.
Yeah.
Y'all got any plans this weekend?
Well, I my plans this weekend is laying out in the sun every day until, well, I got a month before I have surgery. So, surgery's August 25th. So by the time I get surgery or have my surgery, then summer's over, it's fall. I'll be all bummed up and shit and be laid up. So minimum is 8 weeks, but we don't know yet. That's just the minimum.
Yeah.
But
hopefully you know, after you get it done, you know, you get, you know, get healed from it quickly and all that. So
absolutely, that's what I'm hoping for.
all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get off of here for a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna go and hang out with Mike, and we're gonna go figure out what the hell we're gonna do today. I don't know. Shit.
But go run amok.
Oh, but hey, can I tell y'all something though? Hold on, just a second. So I gotta see if I can find it. Hold on one moment here. Let's see if I can find it here. Y'all see this? Y'all see this ride? Do y'all see this?
Yeah, that looks like hell. Fuck you. I don't think
Well,
so.
listen. So we went on vacation, right? And we were getting ready because we were both hungry, and we were like, "Is this after we played mini golf, baby?"
Yes.
Okay, so we went and did mini golf, and we were getting ready to go eat some Mexican food, and we were walking to the Mexican food place, and they had this ride right in front of the Mexican food place, and we're watching other people, right? And these two grown, you know, ladies, basically probably me and Mike's age, they're riding it, and anyway, and I've been dealing with like my feet and stuff, and I was like, we had been walking around all day and everything, and I looked at Mike and I was like, babe, we only live once, you know, we really do. And then I was worried about being strapped in, right? And I was like, because I didn't want to be flopping around and all this other stuff. And I asked Mike, I was like, do you want to do it? So we go and we watch another person do it, and I'm just sitting there. We're like sitting on this bench watching people ride it. So finally, like, Mike looks at me and he's like, I don't know, babe, like that, I don't know, like you're back. And I was like, well, we'll see. So finally I was like, fuck it. So it was about what, 50 bucks to ride that son of a bitch? $50. Cost us $50 to ride this, by the way. 50. So we get in it, y'all, and listen, the weight limit was 300 pounds per person, and there's only 2 people in the seat. So we're like, okay, cool, we're at a weight limit, you know. Even though I'm a Fupasaurus, I don't weigh 300 pounds. Anyway, so we get strapped down, and these 2 guys come up, and it's kind of like what was it, 4-point, 5-point harness? And I mean, they strapped me down, like literally to the point where they were digging in my crotch fat rolls, okay? And they get me in and everything else like that. And I'm just like, you know, well, I don't know why we're doing this. You know, you're 42, I'm 45, or 44. Why am I aging myself, baby? It's so fucking terrible. You should correct me, sir.
Hey, I do the same thing. 2 years older, never younger.
So they had me strapped down. Girl, I could not move. I could not move. Girl, I couldn't barely move my neck. They had me strapped down, and they're like, well, don't grab your harness. You can only grab this pole or put your hands in the air. And I look at Mike, and I'm like, oh, my God. And it was fine. It was fine until we got to the tippity top. And I was upside down, literally. Like, how high would you say that was, babe? 200, 300 feet.
Oh my God.
We wouldn't survive. Okay, if I would have fallen out, I'd have been a goner. We'd been a goner. We're upside down, and as we're literally upside down, I literally am like, I don't want to do this. We're swinging, right? We're swinging back and forth, and then I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. And then as soon as it went up in the air and stuck there, and I'm looking down, I wanted to throw up. And then they wanted us to buy what was it, the video afterwards that you could record. No, I did not want to rewatch that. That was I literally looked like I was in a horror film, running from every Jason, Freddy Krueger. And I'm not a screamer. Like, I don't do that. I'm more like a And,
It wasn't that deep.
huh? Was it loud?
Yeah,
Was
you
it
were
loud for you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He says it wasn't like that day.
It wasn't. I was like, "Let me off of this fucking thing!"
Why are you lying to them?
It was. And of course, Mike's over there just basically going, "Wee, wee," just grinning from ear to ear. And I'm literally like, I hate my life. I paid $50 for myself to almost shit and piss myself. It was awful. It was
you really
awful.
didn't want to do that.
No,
because you were upside down and that would have come right down.
No, I literally paid $50, and honestly, that's probably one of the scaredest I've ever been in my entire life. But yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, any minute now, this is going to be the moment this bitch snaps off. It's going to be a Final Destination. Like, I'm like, this is going to be the movie where this ride just snaps in half, and I'm a goner. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, we rode that on our vacation. We went round and round, and I'm alive today to tell it. I'm just saying, if you ever see this ride, it looks cool, it looks fun, but I would say I don't recommend. Did they strap you in? Absolutely. I'm sure they do maintenance on it, but yeah, that was not. We'll never do that again. Well, you will. I'd rather go down a damn roller coaster with my feet fucking dangling.
Upside down.
Yeah, and we're thinking about going to another theme park to go ride roller coasters. I'd rather ride roller coasters than ride this son of a bitch.
Yeah. I definitely would have to agree on that.
You know what this looks like? This looks like one of them turbines. We're just missing the third one. One of them wind turbine thing. That's what it is, babe. We were riding a wind turbine.
Actually, at first I thought it was like an oil well or an oil driller.
Oh no. No. And literally, we were tired. Jojo, I really think that could have probably been the reason why my back is the way that it is now. I took a risk. I've been dealing with some back issues the past few days, so not sure if the ride did it for me, but probably won't be doing it again. Just saying. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime experience. I mean, that's for sure. But I don't know what human said, hey, let's put this son of a bitch on some hydraulics and put 2 chairs on it and swing a motherfucker around for $50. For $50, it'll make you holler for your life.
Literally.
Jojo, there was a sign that said if you have any back issues, heart issues, what else issues? If you feel like you just can't do it, well, I'm like, I'm okay. I'm like, babe, I'm going to do this for you.
This is your idea.
It was my idea, and that's the fucked up part. It was, because Mike goes, babe, I don't know, you're back. And I was like, oh, but you're kind of a thriller.
You only live once.
Yeah, I did. I said, you only live once. And Mike's like, you sure? He was actually the one trying to talk me off the fucking, the spinny shit thing. And he's like, I was like, oh, fuck it. And then I was like, go ask him, because it said weight limit 300. Well, I'm like, well, I hope it ain't for the both of us, because hell, we done tipped the scale on that son of a bitch. And but it was 300 per person. So I'm just saying, it looks fun, but it's scary as fuck. What'd you say? Yeah, I'd just rather stick. Well, fuck it. Maybe next time we can just go on a pony ride. Huh? Roller coasters? Yeah, we're gonna do. I'll do a roller coaster. I mean, like I said, this is just one of them rides where it's just at your own risk. At your own fucking risk.
Make sure you got all your affairs in order before.
Girl, listen. When they replayed the video, I couldn't even watch it. I looked like I was in full panic mode. I looked like I could have been an actor in a horror film. No, my hair a mess. I'm screaming for. My eyes bugging out of my head, and the mic's over there just grinning, ear to fucking ear, the whole time he in the ride. Mike's just smiling, not screaming, not yelling. He's just silent.
He's like, I'm like McDonald's. I'm loving this shit.
Hell yeah, he was all like, woohoo, and I'm all like, get me off of this fucking thing. And Mike's like, this is your idea. We're here because you swiped your debit card, you dumb bitch.
This was your idea.
My
I tried
idea.
to back us out.
He
You
did.
insisted. This is a you problem at this point.
Right. We went from playing fucking putt, just putting a little ball to fucking hanging upside down 300 fucking feet in the air.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my damn.
I know. But hey, listen, that day I had a set of balls. I did. It was a once in a lifetime experience. So, but I think I'm just gonna stick to roller coasters.
Yeah, even though you got your balls back, the roller coasters are better for you.
Shit. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go find me something to eat, and we're gonna go figure out what we're gonna do this evening. So.
All righty. Well, you have a great rest of your day.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up, girl. I'll talk to you later.
All righty. Bye.
Bye-bye.